Hello there. Hello, fellow creators. It's Christine here. And I'm excited to talk to you today and hopefully hear from you some of your thoughts. It's going to be pretty quick. Today, I want to talk about deciding what not to do. Um, I don't know about you, but there's been times when I've just felt overwhelmed and felt stuck and have felt like things are out of control. And I mean, that happens still. It happens, I think, for all of us. And one of the things that I studied a good bit was, really digging down to things that I could take off my plate. And a lot of it comes back to our thinking about those things, right? I know if you are a go getter, which if you're here, I know you are. You're a person that just likes to get stuff done. You are constantly, adding more to your plate. You're constantly, exceeding expectations. You're the go-to person, right? And you pride yourself on that. I know I do. I like being someone that can be dependable and that people know will get the job done. But here's the thing, for you and for me, it's like sometimes it's too much. Sometimes you put too much pressure on yourself and it's not necessary. And so I want to share with you at a high level, because this is something that we dig into more in our Create Your Best Life coaching program. But figuring out what not to do. So deciding what not to do. And I would love to hear from any of you in the notes. If you're here live, I'd love to hear where you're coming from. And if you're watching the replay, please make a note of where you're coming from and what are the biggest things uh, that you have on your plate that you just feel overwhelmed. Share what those things are. Um, a great example. There was this a couple of like in the holiday during the holidays, and I had felt all this pressure, and there was just all these things that I wanted to do, and I needed to, I just felt like I had to do them. And then I just decided, this is a good example, even though it's not the holiday season right now, but like it was Christmas, and we hadn't gotten family pictures. I felt I had all these things I had to do and wanted to get Christmas cards out. And I decided that I wasn't going to send out Christmas cards. Like that was a huge, all of a sudden, I immediately felt better because I decided what I wasn't going to do. And, and so that is where, Steve Jobs, there's a famous quote by Steve Jobs, and he says, deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. And so I want to share my example here of a list that's called Eliminate, Delegate, Automate. And take a look at this. Your not to do list, and I'll make it bigger here. Your not to do list. So, more important than a to do list is a not to do list. And this exercise helps you find out what you should not do and what you should not be spending time on. And you can either automate it, delegate it, or eliminate it. And so these are just some of my examples. And these are, what actions and what things do you spend time on that don't deserve or don't serve you um, with greater income, empowerment, God, your family, or a bigger future. So for me, these are some examples, and there's more of these, but it's a great filter for you to kind of figure out what you're doing. So for me, it's like unnecessary meetings. Those are things that I want to eliminate. Anything that's not necessary, I'm going to get rid of. Cleaning my house. I have ladies come every couple weeks. They clean my house. It's worth every penny. Um, the grocery store, that's, you can automate that. Social media management is one that is really sucks the life out of me. So that is something that I have an agency help me with. And so these are some of these different things. Figuring out tech, I delegate that. Um, Editing blogs, I have a copywriter that I use for that and a copywriter for content. Um, Now, this is a big one, which I think you're going to relate to. and that is unstructured time on social media. That is like really about, setting up specific time for you to uh, decide how long you're going to spend on social media. So, like right now, we're going to be fast. We're 5 minutes in, and I'm going to wrap this up here in a couple of minutes. And hopefully, it adds some value for you. The other thing is, what are the top three? So, what are the top three actions that move the needle the most in your life? For me, it's when I connecting with my clients, having conversations, when I'm creating content to sell and impact others, when I'm networking with and doing partnerships. Those are some of the things that I really love. And the things that I must eliminate from my life is the unnecessary meetings, unstructured time on social, and wasting time reading emails that don't add value. I get tons of emails for different things, and I literally, to keep my inbox clean, I like delete stuff. Even like when you have, when you get your mail and there's all this, you know, junk mail, I don't even really waste any time. I just throw it away. And the same thing for my email, because I know there's a lot of you that have crazy email inboxes. And that's something during on our coaching program to help you eliminate mental clutter, is having a system for email. Oh my gosh, I see people that have thousands of unread emails, and I'm like, that is such mental clutter. And so, we have a process for getting rid of those, for figuring that out, for having a system. And so, anyways, decide what you are not going to do. I want you to sit down and just make a list of all the things you do and determine what you're going to automate, what you're going to delegate, and what you're going to eliminate. And again, these are things that we really dig in on our coaching program. We work with professional women who uh, feel stuck, and it can be stuck in any area of life. And it's about taking control, making prioritizing what's most important. So, like this kind of activities that we do, it's prioritizing what's most important to make confident decisions to move your career and your life in a forward direction in as fast as 30 days without wasting time. So, reach out to me. I would love to talk to you if you are having any of these different things in your life and you want to just really be intentional, because I don't know about you, but it's already July 2022. Are you in the same place you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? If so, it doesn't have to be that way. So reach out to me. If you go to my website, christinemroberts.com, and you can schedule a free consultation. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Have a great day. Bye bye.